right, we on.
So what's up, y'all? It's your boy Sean P. We back for another night of Shadow Code Radio reviews, and Shadow Code Radio. We're doing a couple things tonight. We're gonna do a new review of an album that came out from I would say one of the most notable MCs of the last decade or what have you. One of the most notable lyricists of all time, Lupe Fiasco. We're just going to do a short review on that. And then we're going to get into our mid-year review. Yes, it's already July. July is next week. We're already 6 months into this year. So you know what time it is with us. We're gonna give our top artists of this year. In our next segment, we're gonna talk about our top albums. So you know the drill. It's gonna be our top five with some honorable mentions. So let's get right into it. So Reese, and I saw you did a review on our page. Um, I didn't do a formal review of this album yet. I don't know if I will. There's a lot of music to get to, but uh, Lupe Fiasco Friday dropped somewhat of a surprise album. I don't know. Maybe some people knew about it. I know he has a diehard fan base. But he dropped his album Drill Music in Zion. 10 cuts, short, sweet, to the point. Uh, and I'm gonna ask, what do you think about it? Did he deliver? How was it? I listened to it. I had some views on it, but I'll let you go first.
Um, I at first three listens, I gave it a solid 8
Yeah.
out of 10. Um, but then I listened to it again a couple of more times, and I dropped the score down to a light 7. And there's a
Yeah.
couple of reasons why for me, but I'll talk about that in a second. But I just feel like at this point, Lupe Fiasco is an inactive activist. I just think that he just says things and does things kind of for attention in a way to get people to look at him, but at the same time, he doesn't do anything to capitalize off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like when Jay did the whole thing with when he made the deal with NFL, he did something to capitalize off of it. You know what I'm saying? Try to change the whatever we want to get into the politics of it. But I just think Lupe at this point, he's a great lyricist, but I just think sometimes he be reaching as a song maker just to appeal, just to please certain people, and for me, it doesn't work anymore. You know what I mean? At this point in your career, you should be doing some. If you're that much of a great lyricist like he is, you should be doing groundbreaking material. It shouldn't be something that you're just doing like some fly by night music. This album sounds like his last two albums to me. Doesn't sound like anything different. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I gave it at first I gave it a solid 8, but now I dropped it down to a light 7. Probably
Uh,
never listen to it again.
I got a we're in total agreement. I got the same exact score. 7 out of 10. Solid lyrically. I would say what did I listen to? About 4 times or so. I
Yeah,
know Friday, our group was blowing up. We have a lot of Lupe fans in there.
yeah, yeah.
A lot of people are thinking this is a very high praise album, worthy of high praise. I just gotta be honest with you. Lyrically, it's tight. Um, but that's as far as it goes. Lupe does what he does with a lot of, I would say, advanced over your head talk to talk about um, a lot of conscious themes. Of course, he's talking about the gang situation in Chicago, which is a good topic to talk
Mm.
about. Drill music is, if you want to say exploited, it's a new street rap, it's a new gangster rap, but it's actually killing people. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And I'm glad the concept was there, the lyrics were there, the execution was, I don't know. You know what I mean? I think part of it is the beats I really weren't feeling. I know Kev has come on this show plenty of times and he said, I'm tired of producers using cheap beats. Well, these were cheap beats. I was bored. I was bored with this album. This is an album that lyrically, of course, he's gonna carry the day, but it's just not entertaining to me. I like a few songs on here. I like Drill Music in Zion. That's a smooth track. Um, I like Autobotto, but I hate the hook. The hook is terrible,
Yeah.
but it's a good song. I like how it faded out. But this is just not an album I would revisit. But I gotta give him an A for effort lyrically. But we already know he's a great lyricist. So
Yeah.
it's like, what do we really got here? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like you're not doing anything that was reminiscent of your run in the 2000s. You're just not. Solid album, just not something I'd revisit.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that. I were at first it kind of piqued my interest a little bit when I listened to it because of the lyrics, but after that, there's nothing else to it. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, and that's another thing that I think Lupe reminds me of Razkaz in a way. Like Razkaz believed that beats didn't matter to him, and I'm not saying Lupe said that because I don't think he said that. But what I'm saying is that I don't think he really cares too much about production now. It's more like, okay, what I'm saying, people gonna like. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that that's for me. Sometimes you have to have the perfect blend of the two, and a lot of artists don't have the perfect blend of the two. But some artists can make beats sound better. To me, he didn't make these beats sound better. He just sound like he was just rapping to these beats, and that was it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I got a confession to make, and you brought this up. Kevin's brought this up. I always used to think that if you're such a superior lyricist, like a Royce the 5'9" or an Eminem or a Nas, that your lyrics are going to be so good and conceptually you're going to be so good that you can carry an album to greatness. You could take it home.
Yeah,
But I gotta admit I was wrong because really what changed me was the Nas and Hit Boy run. You know,
mm-hmm.
because I always thought Nas is my great Nas in my opinion is the greatest lyricist of all time. My personal greatest lyricist of all time. I mean, technically you could probably say Royce is up there, Royce the 5'9". Lupe Fiasco is in that conversation. But like even on Nasir, on Lost Tapes 2, on I think Untitled. I like those albums, and even though the production was kind of subpar, they still carried the day. But it's not till I heard Nas on Fire Beats, I was like, whoa, what
Yeah,
was I missing out on here,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah,
And I say to myself the same thing with Lupe. And in the 2000s, when you had that connection with Kanye and Pharrell and those great guys, wow, what a difference it makes. You were a hit maker then. You were um a power player back then. What happened to that Lupe, the entertaining one? You know what I mean? And lyrics is nice, concepts is nice. I mean, conscious done right is nice, but if you don't have the mix or the blend of the songs, the hooks, and the production, I need something I could vibe to, and I just can't vibe to this album.
yeah. I think you said it right. I think a lot of artists either one or the other. Either lyrics carry you or something. Sometimes you gotta have that perfect blend. Now there are some artists out there that can make an album better because they can make beats better. Like there are some artists that can make beats better because some beats don't have to be super fire. Like to me, a perfect example of that is the grinding beat. I don't think that beat is super fire, but just the way they rap to the beat and how it came out. Because it's only three instruments in that beat. That's it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else to it.
But that
So
bass, it's hard though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's
Hard.
not
It's
it's not
so
an
hard.
extravagant beat. You know what I'm saying? And they made that song super fire. So
Yeah.
it, I just think that for me, this album just didn't do it for me. I think a lot of our people in our group, they fall into that. And sometimes I fall victim to that too. That when something new comes out, we like, oh, this is bad. Oh, this is fire. You know what I'm saying? Until you sit with it for a little while, then you realize it's like, okay, this is just okay. Yeah, I mean, but that's my
Yeah.
take on that.
But I mean, Lupe, he's kind. But see, Lupe, he's a legend. He's one of the best lyricists of all time. He doesn't have really anything left to prove.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
So this is kind of what you can expect from him, which is not bad, but it's
Yeah.
not elite hip hop today. I'm sorry, today you got to be able to vibe to an artist. Vibe, unfortunately, counts more than lyrics in today's hip hop, or you at least have to have the blend. The over the top, over your head, kind of conceptual, technical hip hop kind of doesn't play. I think Eminem's suffering from that a little bit now. You know what I
Mm,
mean? You got to make it entertaining. You got to almost, dare I say, dumb it down.
mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that's how you got to do. I mean, look what, I mean, getting back to, and we're going to talk about him in our next segment, but Kendrick Lamar, I think he did a great job of that this year. He
Mm,
came back, but he came back refined. He came back um, really more of a vibe type artist, more than the technical lyricist he was on To Pimp a Butterfly. You know what I
mm,
mean?
yeah.
So I think Kendrick did a great job with that. It makes him a little bit more entertaining. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah.
Drill Music and Zion, we both got 7 out of 10s for Lupe Fiasco. Solid project, dope lyrics, nice concepts. That's about it.